think so. But now, hello. Now it's on.
You see it?
Yes, it's on.
So if you can't hear us,
Leave a
then
comment.
please comment below.
Yeah, because if you are live, you never know what happened, and that's why we also want to invite you to participate together with us. If you realize something that's not working,
But I think we definitely need a bit more angle, don't you think?
that could be, and maybe more light.
Oh, also light.
So let me do it.
So while Lily is fixing the light, welcome the two participants that are already there. Don't be shy. Oh, wow. And a bit more angle. Yes. Now we're talking. Now that looks professional. So without further ado, welcome to the Maike and Lilli show.
And so we want to give you a little overview why we are doing the show, what it's all about, when will the show be, and why a show.
And then start with the first show and with the first content session.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So the one who know us, we always into content and we always deliver content. And today's topic will be marketing and branding and how a show can help you with that. So, but Maike, why a show and what does this show mean?
Well, a show, we're not in the circus. We're talking about business, but about everyday life in this so-called studio. And why we do this is to give you a glimpse of what we are about, who we are, and why can we do this? Because the internet is a room of so many possibilities. So it just took us a bit of research to get this channel going. We've been on or having this channel for 2 years already. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe below. And it's like the best way for us to allow you to get to know us, but hopefully we'll also hope to get to know you in the next future.
Yes, and we want to share the real truth of business and career and how it is to be a compreneur. So, compreneur means really being in a corporate or being self-employed, and what challenges you have, what success stories you have, and how it looks like in the real life, so to say. Life at 5 in real life. So many lives, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, and we'll be doing this twice a month. And for regularity, it's on the 14th of a month and on the last day of the month, always at 5, always on our YouTube channel, Malish Connecting.
Yes, and we are really, really excited about it. But maybe we should tell the people why show and how we came up with this idea about a show. So when we started, we always wanted to have a show and always planned and wanted to have a studio. So we are also live every month on the Canadian that channel. So the next time is on the 21st of January, so next week, Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central European time. But so Malish, it's Maike and Lilli.
We're the founders of our own company. We've been doing this for 2 years. We're not related, despite the fact that we wear the same colors. Why do we found our own company? Maybe for people to get the reason and for you to catch the ball.
Okay. Yeah, so why did we found our company or what are we doing? So we are consultants and coaches. We're consulting companies in any case questions they have, but specialized on intercultural and internationalization. And we help private people to develop their career or their business with our compreneur coaching program. And on the way, when we founded Malish, we thought, okay, well, MA is Maike, LI is Lilli, but what is SH? And every person we met, we first of all checked the initials. Is there somebody with SH? Is this maybe destiny to be with us? And on the way of searching, we had companies, so to say. Where is it? Where is our
Yeah,
company?
so we were looking for our third business partner. And since we have a lot of female vibes already between us, and most of you know also through different network opportunities, we said, okay, let's find a guy to support us. And we actually did. We found him on a little, what's it called? Trade show.
Volksfest.
Volksfest, so to say. This
Da-da-da-da.
is
Sir Henry.
So he's a cute frog, and he's been supporting us for nearly 1.5 years.
Yeah, and he traveled with us to New York. He shared the stage with us in New York as well. And yeah, but after the New York trip, I would say, he kind of said, well, girls.
He was shopping around.
Yeah.
And the following year, at the same show, he bumped into this little mate. And they've been together
and left us
ever since. So they're still roomies, still living with us, but they're no longer part of the SH.
Yeah, and so we left alone have to find a solution for SH. And a lot of you were asking, what is SH standing for? Who is SH? And then one day we realized it was like, hallelujah, it's the show.
Yeah. So it was always meant to be, it was always there right in front of our eyes. And why procrastinate? Why wait any longer? We said, it's a new decade, new year. Let's just do it.
Let's just do it. Let's start it. And so you will see a lot of development with this show, inside this show, because of course, if you can see around us, it's not a professional studio. No, unfortunately not. Not yet. Not yet. So RTL or whoever, we are free to be in a real show. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so, and we plan to develop and use the opportunity which exists there on social media, on the YouTube channel, really to bring our message out there, to connect with you, to interact with you, and to give you some inspiration, some ideas, some implementable ideas for your business and for your career. And so, yeah, our topic of today is the importance of branding and marketing for employees and for entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm. And if you're thinking of entrepreneurs, so whether it's a one-man, one-woman show, medium-sized company, or even a big multinational company, it is quite obvious for each and everyone that those companies do need marketing and branding. Why? Because people need, first of all, to get aware of those companies before they end the services, and get a feeling for the people who run the company, for the people inside. And this is even more important when you're not just selling a product, a service that goes along with it, or just a plain service as a consultancy service, life coaching even more so. You really need to know what this company is up to and whether that resonates with you. So this is, on the one hand, quite obvious, but still there are some twists. Well, let's start with the employees, because we're saying also employees should think about their branding early on and do it wisely. And why this is so, Lilli is the perfect person to lead you through that with her massive experience in the corporate world. And she's got quite a massive or prominent standpoint on it. So here's your
marketing and branding for employees. Yes. So I was working in the corporate world for 12 years in total, and in different positions. And when I was responsible as team leader for a team of people, international people in different countries, I honestly never thought about employee branding or employee marketing. So even about myself. And when starting the journey with Malish and learning on the way and doing heavily branding and marketing, which Maike will talk about later for the entrepreneurs part, I realized that all employees around us or around me, they are the same as I was 3 years ago. They don't think about it. And so this is why we want to give you a tip and a hint how you can really develop yourself in your career and really brand or market yourself as an employee and make yourself attractive to the market on the one hand, attractive to further or future employers, or even position yourself or strengthen your position within the company you are right now or the industry you are right now.
Or simply just to earn more money.
Yeah. This is the consequence at the end of the day. Yeah. If you look at all the ads and at all the influencers out there, they all earn money because they are known. And I love your expression. You say you are even forgot, or what do you say? The people forget about you, or the people don't know you. And this is valid for every part. So it doesn't matter if you are employed or if you are an entrepreneur. So, but coming back to the fact, so how can you as an employee brand yourself?
Not with scandal.
No, this is another topic, of course. Yeah, but really brand yourself as an authority, as the person to go to within your industry, within your company, within your department. And also, if you plan to climb the career ladder, that it helps you. So the one thing, of course, is which a lot of people forget to do is to talk about their achievements and about their success. This is the first thing. So, and not only talk about it to your friends or to your spouse or whomever, but talk about it within your company or with your customers or even with your competitors as well. And the best place to talk about it is, of course, show or a network get together. And even if you are going out for lunch in the canteen, don't do it together only with your colleagues. You hang out the whole day, but increase your network, get to network or have lunch together with people, with your stakeholders. So not just meet them by phone or by mail, but meet them in person. And I know, so we met on that occasion because we were in totally different departments, but we were stakeholders to each other. And then we once decided to have a coffee together, and this is how our friendship could develop. And I have been there. And when you are all in your job and in your routine, you don't want to go and network and have coffee. You just want to go down, have your coffee, maybe talk to the colleague next to you, and then go again back to your work. But this is worth time to invest into it, and this builds it up.
I know most people are probably now thinking, well, I talk. There's my boss, he's responsible. He makes all the decisions. I talk to my boss, and I do it once a year. But let's face it, that is definitely not enough. If you wait for your mid-year review and you're probably the third person in line, maybe your boss feels like he's already spent all the bonuses on your other colleagues. And so making it dependable on that one day will most likely not do the job. And talking out of experience, whoever said that your direct boss was the best one to talk to you concerning development? Because maybe he or she also has an agenda to keep you in this position. Because the better you actually are at the job, the more of a loss you would be to your direct boss if he had to replace you or reshift or do the work himself.
Yeah, and that's why really talk to so many people as possible about your plans, about your development, about your achievements. So if you rocked a project, talk about it. Don't keep it to yourself. Talk it to the.
It must be perfect, must it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So just let the people know what you are into and where you are an expert in. And the other opportunity for you as an employee to brand or market yourself is LinkedIn. So we will do a separate show on LinkedIn within this year, but you really should have a look on it, and you really should check out all the opportunities which are there, and where you can position yourself as an expert, where you can check out the news of the industry, where you can share the news of your industry. And if you have a really specific skill or education, then it's perfect. So then you can really dive in and become the person where the people get to get the information. And it's really an amazing opportunity, and we will definitely share more about it. But to summarize the short employee branding tips, first of all, network within your company with your stakeholders, network outside your company on like trade shows or marketing presentations, so depending on your industry.
Our company meetup once a month.
Our company meetup once a month, absolutely. There you can meet the perfect people for that. So network. The second thing is talk about your achievements. Let other people know what you have achieved. And the third thing, get yourself out on LinkedIn. So set up your profile, start posting, start writing articles, referring to your specific area where you are an expert in.
And if I may add the contacts that make sense to you and write them a personal message why you think that'd be an amazing addition to your network.
Yeah, so network, talk about your achievements, and get on LinkedIn. So these are the 3 tips for you as a starter in employee branding. So how to brand and market yourself as an employee. And now, Maike, tell us something about the entrepreneurs. So maybe a few words to you. So Maike, why is Maike the expert for the entrepreneurs? So what I'm the corporate girl, so to say, really having the corporate experience, and Maike has the entrepreneur experience. So her family through generations have owned businesses, and she always says like, I have the entrepreneur spirit in my genes. And but she's still said, well, I want to have the corporate experience. So lucky for us, so this gave us the opportunity to meet. But she has the entrepreneurial thinking and the entrepreneurial genes, and also the self-discipline for that. And that's why she will share the 3 main tips for you as entrepreneurs, how to brand and market yourself.
Well, definitely what is true for me, and also probably most of you watching, it is not easy, and it's also not really natural to talk about ourselves. We want to be liked. We want people to see us, and then by chance, whatever miracle connection, know what we're all about. So know our values, what we offer, how we can assist. But this is not the case. So as an entrepreneur, we have to find ways to communicate this in a way that is transferable, that reaches people, and that is natural to us and profits our brand and our services. And well, in former days, it was quite obvious. So you started out with print. If you had enough money, then maybe you moved on to television. If you were lucky enough, you were sponsoring maybe your local event. This is how you got exposure. Today, there is more, and it's at a less higher cost than before. So the first reaction is, okay, well, great. Anyone can do marketing at little expenses, and you do not need to be an expert, which is absolutely true. But what this day and age makes really difficult is where to go and what to do there. So maybe Lilli, help me. What is there? We have Insta. We're live on Instagram. We have YouTube, which is our show. Then we have, of course, LinkedIn, which is amazing for entrepreneurs.
Facebook, TikTok nowadays, Snapchat, Twitter,
Snapchat,
and many, many more. We even here in Europe don't have a clue about it.
Yeah, and of course, then there's your local newspaper, magazine. And so what to do with all of this? And like we've been often asked for a shortcut, like, can I maybe leave out one channel completely? yes, of course, it's your business. So, do whatever moves you. But there are certain, especially social media channels, that you should really be thinking of having and also filling it, and then thinking how you can actually do both at the same time, or like you do it in one and then post it, or use software that's going to help you. So must is definitely LinkedIn, and this is for you as a person, and of course as your company profile. This is definitely something, and what LinkedIn does for you, it gives you the opportunity to brand yourself and to show with text, posts, your own articles, linking whatever other content you have, also videos, you and your services. And this is an amazing platform because there are millions of people on it, and it also helps especially to go worldwide. So there's no way around LinkedIn, and it is also much more. It's really, really easy to handle, and you'll realize once you went on it and you've checked out also all other content, it's really about business. So no one cares at what time you got up in the morning, whether you had 1 or 2 coffees. Of course you can, but you can really restrict it to the things you want to share with. It's not about getting the most likes on a hashtag as cat, or showing yourself during vacation time. This is really, really, really business focused, and is seen by so many people if you do it wisely.
So we have LinkedIn.
Then we have, what's the next in line? Facebook, probably. Facebook is really traditional, and I think you cannot go without.
But these are only the social media channels. Maybe we should also add, like, so of course you brand yourself over social media, but what else is there? So for you as an entrepreneur, so maybe you just start your business, or you are already in the business and you have defined your social media channels. What else can be there for me as an entrepreneur to brand and to market myself?
I'd say the next and the most easiest thing thereafter is a newsletter.
Mm-hmm.
So newsletter also greatly, the atmosphere has been changing worldwide. So newsletter is not the thing that you do not allow. It's not the thing that you give your spam email address to. Newsletters is becoming more important because it is targeted to your needs. If you're into traveling, you most likely have the Lonely Planet as a newsletter subscriber, haven't you? If you're interested into business, you might get the Harvard Business Review on a regular basis. You might be following people that you find inspirational, that give out a lot of content. So you, with your own behavior, you target yourself and you subscribe to specific newsletters. Why not be the person that gives out a newsletter that does the same thing to your fans, your followers, your customers, and potential long-term clients?
And of course, may I add, a newsletter, you give content, but of course you can do a slide sale and inform about your products as well.
Yeah. And then, don't think that you have to now spend hours and days thinking about content to use. You can repost, use content that you find really good, repost it, share, say, of course, where you've got it from. Well, if it is an official source and you just share the link, it's quite obvious. But don't be afraid to give out content that you've seen before. Maybe you've seen this article all over the place, but not everyone in your network. It might really add value to them. And of course, it's within your industry. Coaching, for example, is a perfect example. If you share an article about coaching, about people who are having success with coaching, or really successful multi-million coaches saying why you need coaching, and you are a coach, this is already showing the people why coaching is important without you telling them.
Well, I just have an idea. So, for example, if you are in a niche market, of course, coaching, everybody is in there, and there's a lot of content. But if you are in an industry where this is not common, and you came up with this, believe us, you will have success, because your subscribers or your database will be surprised, because they are not spammed from other companies or your competitors within your industry, so to say. Mm-hmm. So we have social media, we have newsletter.
It's all about consistency. And we actually have a newsletter.
Do we?
Yes. And as I said, it's all about consistency. It's all making people aware of it. This is why we have committed to send out a newsletter on the same day as our show, so 14th and last day of the month, with a lot of content, also preparing for the show then in the evening at 5. Lily is kind of, frowning and, jiggling because if you haven't received it, it's not necessarily that you're not on our list. It's because our time management was not perfect. But, we said, let's do it anyway. We cannot do it all. Let's commit these to, try to do it as best as possible. We opted for the show, and the newsletter will come anytime
the next
soon.
days.
Yeah.
So if you are not subscribed, go on www.malish.global and subscribe.
And then maybe one final tip, and also which brings us to the final media, so to say, to advertise, is find something that is good for you, that is natural. So if you've been taking pictures, even like landscape people, whatever, for all your life, why not use that as a skill? So use a platform that you can use your pictures, also promoting yourself and your services. So don't make it really hard on yourself. Why I'm saying this, we love to talk. We love to have discussions ongoing. We don't mind dishing it out in front of people if we say something that is not politically correct, or if we stumble and fall over our own sentences. We have a crack, we joke about it, and then that's done. If you saw our trailer, this is just a sneak view of what goes on behind the scene. So we said, well, talking is natural for us. We'd love to give content via talking. For me, I don't like writing so much, but I love talking about it. So let's use a marketing channel that we can, use it for. That's why we're here on YouTube.
Yeah, so to summarize the 3 tips for the entrepreneurs.
Why don't you do that?
So do you want to test me?
Yes.
If I was listening to you. Okay, so we have social media. And social media, really choose the channel you feel natural with. So focus, because of course there are so many channels, so many opportunities, and a lot of people get lost. So a lot of our customers are saying to us, oh my God, I cannot be everywhere. And you don't need to be everywhere. Just choose 1 or 2 channels which are feeling natural to you and where you can be consistent. So the second part is a newsletter. Why a newsletter? So it's the best opportunity to show your expertise, to deliver content to your audience, and always have a place where you can bring the people to. So if you meet people, if you are speaking on stages, if you are at some events, so you can bring the people to a source or to a place, which is your newsletter. And the third part is how can we name it? So media in general.
Yeah, or like, feeling at home, feeling comfortable, feeling natural.
Feeling natural in the actions. So it could be, for example, also when you say, well, I love writing and I'm the best writer ever, then you can also do a writing campaign for your business. Or you say, well, I'm the best networker ever. Then bring yourself out and go network in your city first, then in your area, then in your country, and then choose the events where you feel comfortable with and where you think you will meet the people who are relevant to you and to your business. So really go out then there, but see where and how you feel comfortable about. Yeah. So
yeah, do you feel comfortable sitting here with a spotlight on? You should see it. It looks quite fun.
Yes.
It's not hot yet, right?
So no. Let's see how it will be in summer. But
or if you start grilling me for one or other topics, if we have discussion going on. But so far,
it's fun.
Nice, yeah.
It's really nice, and so we really look forward for the next shows. And so the next one will be end of January. So it's the 31st of January, 5 p.m. So live at
5 Central European Time.
Yes, and so we would love to have your comments, your feedback on the first show, and also you can leave some comments below about topics you want us to talk about. related to business and career. And we also want, these are the fixed dates for our show. But of course, if something happens in our life, like something great or even something challenging or bad, then it could be that we just jump into a live and share it immediately with you in a short live scene, so to say. I was missing the word. And we will, of course, also do some German shows within the year. So we will keep it kind of flexible depending on the events around and depending on what happens in our lives, in our business lives. And
Or maybe we'll also be streaming from a different location.
Yeah, you never know. And we also want to engage with you as an audience. So in a few shows, we will ask you to join us. So really be in this live show together with us, with your comments, with your experience, with your ideas. So this is also a great opportunity to get connected, to get more vivid discussion going on as well.
So looking forward.
Yeah, so let's say goodbye to.
Yeah,
what
so
is her
they
name,
they can go back into the cupboard. She doesn't have any.
She doesn't have any. Okay, so she's like just she's just there.
Senorita Henry.
Senorita Henry. Yeah. But being like two female business ladies, we should more value the lady, not just saying
she stole our frog.
Yeah, but this is bitchy now.
Okay, I think we need to work it through. We need to let go of some resentments and maybe invite them back. Do you want to be back next time?
Yeah. Or maybe you just you make a lady show there.
I think we should do female office challenges with her.
Yeah.
Do you want to do female office challenges?
That would be cool.
Yes, you bitch. Okay, next time. Okay. I said there's still some frustration between us. We need to work it out first.
Yeah, so guys, our first show is coming to an end because we want really to keep it short, informative, and entertaining, and not go over 30 minutes. Okay, we are now already, yes, but this is our goal.
So let's cut it short.
This is our goal, and we are really excited. So this was our first show. And so we see you back live at 5 on the 31st of January. And with these words, we say goodbye and see you then soon.
Which is also true for our favorite channel. So thank you.